I'm 8 years old, standing at the top of a pyramid, staring into a dark, yawning hole in a rock appropriately called the abyss. Tears fill my eyes. My dad is getting anxious as the line grows impatient. I sit down in the cold, rushing water of the chute. When we first got to the resort, my brother and I ran around looking at all of the water adventures. The abyss was the absolute coolest. It seemed like it was a mile high, and there was a room inside the bottom where we could watch people shooting through the tube that ran through a tank full of sharks. The next day, we waited in a long line, excited the entire climb up. But when it was my turn, suddenly it wasn't such a good idea. I lay down in the cold water, thinking about maybe turning back, when suddenly my dad gave me a push. I plummeted down the tubes, screaming through the darkness. Next thing I knew, I was rushing through a clear tube, looking up at humongous sharks that looked like they were close enough to touch. It was horrifying and exhilarating. I couldn't wait to get back in line. It's a few years later, and I'm 11 now, but once again I'm staring into a dark hole. This time it isn't a man-made attraction. It's a forest canopy in the Costa Rican cloud forest that swallows a thin zipline cord. We practiced on a few low-slung lines, which were exciting enough for me, but that training did nothing to prepare me for the sight before me now. I couldn't tell where the zipline went, how long was it, how high. I was curious to see how my parents would handle it. Would they freak out? As it turned out, I would never know. Since I was the smallest in the group, I would have to go first. I thought that was insane. I started to feel the familiar taste of fear in my mouth. The instructor clipped himself to the tackle and then clipped me to him. Balanced on a thin leather strap, he released the catch and we zinged down the line. Dark green leaves whizzing by, and then suddenly we were hanging over a 700 feet of open air. Once I stopped screaming, I could hear the animals below. I'll never forget how terrifying that ride was. Now I'm 15, and I'm standing in front of another dark, gaping hole, but this time, instead of tears on my face, there's a smile. I'm on my sophomore outdoor education trip in high school. We're in Joshua Tree National Park, rock climbing, hiking, and my favorite part, caving. We've strapped flashlights to our heads and prepared to crawl through impossibly small holes. For the next couple of hours, we struggle through narrow, dark tunnels and crevices. Eventually, we make it out the other side. While standing on top of the rock, my classmates and I are dirty, scuffed, and cold, but I'm exhilarated. I wanted to go again. To be honest, the idea of leaving home and heading off on my own to college kind of terrifies me. It reminds me of staring down one of those dark holes, not knowing where it will take me. Maybe that's why I'm so excited about it. Shoutouts. Miss Wrestler, thank you for all of your help these last 7 years. I don't think I'd be where I am today without your support and guidance. Miss Hagee, you've not only been my favorite teacher in high school, but someone I know I can always turn to for support. I may not be great at expressing it, but you truly mean so much to me. I don't know how I would have survived high school without having you as an advisor. To my friends, thank you for being there for so many of my happiest moments, for making me laugh the hardest, and for so many great memories that I'll never forget. I'm gonna miss you all so much next year. Chris, I know I don't say it enough, but I love having you as a brother and a friend. Your college stories never fail to make me laugh and or weird me out. Love you more than you know. Grandma, thank you for always making me laugh and helping me with school projects. Without you, I probably wouldn't be so obsessed with crime shows and horror movies, but watching them with you are some of my favorite memories. Love you so much. Mom and Dad, thank you for always pushing me to be the best version of myself and always supporting me. Over the years, you've helped me grow so much as a person and taught me not to take life so seriously. Words truly can't express how much love and appreciation I have for both of you.